It's July 26, 2015. My name is Alexa Hankey, and this is my persuasive speech. How would you feel if someone were to forcibly put chemicals in your pet rabbit's eyes and clip them open? According to PETA, in an article titled Top 5 Shocking Experimental Animal Facts from 2015, they stated, over 100 million animals are burned, crippled, abused, and poisoned in labs every year. To me, this is a staggering amount of animals we are legally allowing to be abused with our taxpayer dollars. There are videos online that show the mistreatment of these animals and how these animals cower with fear when anyone walks by their cage or looks at them. This is not just happening to rabbits and rats either. This is happening to dogs, cats, monkeys, birds, any animals these labs can get their hands on. Standing here looking at my dog, I cannot imagine anything like this happening to her or allowing anything like this to happen to her. So it shouldn't be happening to any other animals either. Let's begin by identifying the big problems with using animals for tests. First of all, it is cruel and inhumane the way these animals are treated. According to Procon.org, in an article entitled Should Animals Be Used for Scientific or Commercial Testing from January of 2014, they stated, according to the Humane Society Internationale, animals used in experiments are commonly subjected to force feeding, forced inhalation, food and water deprivation, prolonged periods of physical restraint, the infliction of burns and other wounds to study the healing process, the infliction of pain to study its effects and remedies, and killing by carbon dioxide asphyxiation, neck breaking, and decapitation. Another common way these animals are abused is the Dre's eye test, which I briefly explained with the rabbit. And the way this is done is their eyes are clipped open, and mostly cosmetic products are either put in their eyes or around their eyes to study the effects. Most animals are given no pain relief or are put under anesthesia. They do this so they can get the full effect of the drugs. My second big problem is cost. Money is a big issue in our country right now, and millions, if not billions of dollars are being used to perform tests on animals, and we are still unable to cure big diseases like cancer or heart disease. According to an article by PETA entitled Animal Testing is Bad Science, Point Counterpoint from 2015, they said, every year in the United States, animal experimentation gobbles up billions of dollars, including 40% of all research funds from the U.S. National Institutes of Health. While funding for animal experimentation and the number of animals tested on it continues to increase, the United States still ranks 49th in the world in life expectancy and second to worst in infant mortality in the developed world. We do all this testing and we still don't have a solution for these two problems. This money could be used elsewhere. One, it could be used to pay for the debt that our country has acquired, or it could be used to find alternative methods of testing. Next, I am going to explain why we are testing animals and why it has become the way it is. Animals such as rabbits, primates, etc. are said to have very similar DNA to humans, which doesn't necessarily mean that the same reactions will occur on animals as it does on humans, but we are led to believe that. According to the National Anti-Vivisection Society, in an article entitled Failure of the Animal Model from 2015, they stated, species who share close evolutionary relationships or anatomical similarities do not necessarily undergo the same biochemical mechanisms or physiological responses. In fact, it can be dangerous to apply animal-derived data to humans. There have been studies that were tested and done on animals that didn't work on humans the same way they worked on the animals. An example of this is, according to the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, in an article entitled An Examination of Animal Experiments from February of 2011, their research showed. A review in the journal Stroke, published by the American Heart Association in January 1990, reported that of 25 different treatments that worked in rabbits, not a single one worked in humans. And this resulted in 26,000 deaths. Humans and animals are not completely the same, so we shouldn't assume that these drugs will work the same as they do in humans and animals. Most people are led to believe that there are no alternative methods to testing, but in fact there are many. A few of these include in vitro methods, virtual drug trials, computer models and stimulations, stem cell and genetic testing methods, and microdosing. Microdosing is when a small amount of medication is given to humans, but the amount is so small so that if a reaction was to occur, the reaction could be reversed. According to Nieves, in an article entitled Alternatives in Testing from 2015, they stated, alternative scientific tests are often more reliable than animal tests. The use of human tissue in toxicity testing is more accurate than the animal models, and non-animal tests are more cost-effective, practical, and expedient. Human skin cells are more accurate in identifying chemicals, so they are growing skin in petri dishes just like they grow bacteria and testing the chemicals on those skin patches without harming anyone or any animal. I've told you all the bad things about animal testing and how horribly these animals are treated. Now I'm going to tell you how you can help this problem. The first way that you can help prevent or stop animal testing is by using products that have not been tested on animals. And the way you can see if these products have been tested on animals or not is mainly by the label. The label will tell you. Otherwise, you can look on the internet and you can find the product and it will tell you if it has been tested on animals or not. The second way you can help is by donating to charities that are fighting against the use of animals for tests. The third way is to request alternatives to animal dissection and demanding effective non-animal tests by corporation and government agencies. According to the American Anti-Vivisection Society, in an article entitled Testing from 2015, they stated, the European Union, which passed a law in 2004 that phased out the use of animals to test cosmetic products and ingredients, as well as the sale of products containing ingredients subjected to animal tests. If Europe can do it, the United States can do it. It's our country's turn to take a stand against this. In conclusion, I hope everyone goes home tonight and hugs their pets a little tighter, knowing that there are animals in cages right now, alone and scared, cowering in the corner, waiting for what's going to be done to them next or what test or pain they will go through. After reading a few facts about the abuse involved with animal testing to people I know, their opinions on the subject changed from pro-testing to no testing. According to Darby Hankey, in an interview conducted on July 23, 2015, when asked, after hearing these facts, do you have any opinions or thoughts about animal testing? She said, if we are so technologically advanced, why do we have to harm animals to test our medications and chemicals? I couldn't agree more with her opinion. I encourage everyone to go on the internet and research this and watch videos to get a good grasp on why this is doing harm more than good, and that no person or animal deserves to be treated this way. It is your turn to take a stand. You can help by donating to an organization or by objecting to using these products that have been tested on animals. You can help save millions of animals by doing this. Thank you.